Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Good job, guys. Snickers, you got to spin. Jumping ball. Side.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete. It's fouled. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The Steelers getting another 1st down on a bit of a roll. Roethlisberger now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer reps. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw is Wentz. Open man, the tight end Rodgers. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. First time that they've called his number tonight, and it gets him a 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Ajayi. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility.
Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked up on a former first-rounder, Artie Burns. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Let's go, let's go.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's brought down. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Second and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
It's never a bad idea to try and get it to Antonio Brown, but there must be a little bit of the Madden curse going on for our cover athlete here. Hasn't been able to get that elite separation that we're used to seeing from him.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Richard Rodgers, that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly. Back
to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. Now he's flushed out left. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They run with Ajayi. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Wentz now on first down. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
82.
On first down, Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From midfield, here's Wentz. Buying time to his left. And he's got it complete to Darren Sproles. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now a play fake here on first down. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. In there to sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A final shot before half for Wentz. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. And that is incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Wentz to throw on second down. Trying for the tight end. Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensabaugh. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Let's go.
They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is going to be 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's throwing. What about the 5? And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. And they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Focus. Let's go!
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Brandon Graham coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
On the ball.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jay Ajayi there out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Throwing is Wentz. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught. He's got it. So they go for 2. They convert, and along with it, they'll take an 8-7 lead. Boswell on now to kick this one away. short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Wentz on the bootleg. He finds Ajayi. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out, and when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Got it complete to Rodgers. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Very difficult night for the guys on offense. They've got to be looking at each other in the huddle and on the sidelines. How are we going to find some open space to complete a pass and find open room to run? This defense all night long has squeezed down the passing lanes, made plays on the football. It's really been a thing of beauty for them. He's got to figure all day long prepping for the game. They had to have talked about it again and again. Squeeze passing lanes, and we'll be in great shape.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Eagles send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
They can't stop us, baby. Every time. It's a
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. Oh, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And they get to him with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now it's a Johnny. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And he'll score! Touchdown, Eagles! Carson Wentz, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Eagles are able to cash it in for 6. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner, and he turned it into a nice gain.
A very nice run, and it turns in to 6 points. Wentz. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but maybe you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down. You're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Wentz going to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. 2nd, 3rd guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
To throw is Wentz. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tyler Matakevich able to get in there and drop him behind the line.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing now is Wentz. And that is incomplete.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh 1st. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different. Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Set! Black 20!
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's back to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a 1st.
Now you're right on the edge of field goal range. You've still got time, but get up to the line of scrimmage and get set.
Hurry up, let's go!
They'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Set! Blue 30! Iggy! Iggy! Iggy!
He'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target, and it'll bring up 3rd down. This entire defensive unit, Charles, they've really put in a good shift tonight, so to speak.
I like how you phrased that. This has been a good shift. They punched the clock the entire evening. They ought to have shirts that have their names on them in the front to let them know these are blue-collar workers who are getting it done.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Double bump. Set! Blue 30!
Back to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. This offense has gone for it 5 times already. They're now going to go for a 6th fourth down try. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Nigel Bradham, the linebacker, right there on the coverage. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Here's a handoff to Ajayi to begin the drive. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Don't go.
They run again with Ajayi. And they'll stop him right on the midfield stripe. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that. She say she in love, but I doubt that. Maybe it's to the clout. I get love in the north, I get love in the south, yeah. Shorty claims she a feminist, and her feminine. Girl, you know that he average. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. No money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. Here's Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz now on first down. And his first look is incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Here's Wentz to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Get set, get set. Easy.
Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Easy. Under.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Ingram's got the first down and more. 18 yards there and a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. We had a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Get set, get set, get set.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. first down. Breeze. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On second down, here's Breeze. It's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Breeze to throw on second down. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Shotgun now for Breeze. And he is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 3 yards is the gain that time. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Will Lutz on for the point after. Lutz with the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. Lutz now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll begin the drive with a jet lead. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now Wentz on the bootleg. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Wentz. And Jeffrey's got it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
This man was a Saint for 3 years. It's Darren Sproles. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Credit the tackle to Kurt Coleman.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now wins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now Wentz. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will get the football at their 20. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's not always as straight as that team wanted it more than the other, but on that play, it actually was true. They were faster to the ball.
Here's Breeze to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They do go for it. It's Breeze. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Zach Ertz from 10 yards out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Elliott now to kick this one away. And here's Lewis. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start out on the ground with a jive. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Wentz. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Derek Barnett. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Breeze. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And Ginn's got it. Past the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 71 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. leverage guys, win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. And this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, it's Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a first down past the 30. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Breeze. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Brandon Graham in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. 3rd and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here. To throw, it's Breeze. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Brandon Graham able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Breeze now on 1st down. Fighting a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Get set, get set. Over.
Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And down he'll go at the 25. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Eagles on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. Now Wentz. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 1st down, Wentz going long here for Wallace. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Mike Wallace, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Here we go.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The catch made over the middle by Ginn. The 30, 20, touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Once again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Space to maneuver at the 40. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quit in him.
0.
Here we go.
Wentz now on first down. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Hey, what's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. Free real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that car. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with. Get back, watch it turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my. Zip the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a. Watch, got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rocking Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's time.
I got
that
check into golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get funky with to groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to nick you. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam.